Hi guys, Going Green Mom here. I was challenged by Roy and Becky's Travels to do a 10-question RV challenge, so I am going to get that done today. If you came hoping for the zero waste wrapping, check me out next week and it should be here. Having some technical difficulties getting it going. So with that, I'm going to jump right in and get some RV questions done. So number one, where have you traveled so far? I'm not really sure. When I was a kid, before we moved up here to Indiana, we did do some traveling. I know we went to visit my grandparents out in Steamboat Springs, Colorado a few times, two or three, not sure. I do believe we drove all of those, and I know we went to Wyoming at one point. I don't honestly remember pretty much any of it. So I know I've also been to Kentucky and Tennessee. I grew up in Tennessee and made that trip numerous times before I had kids to go visit friends. I have flown out to New Jersey in the last couple years to visit a friend out there. I know I've been to Pennsylvania when my grandmother had a museum opening there. I know we went to Florida a few times. That's where I had my first slice of key lime pie. And, honestly, the stuff out west, I was young enough, I don't remember much of any of it. So I am looking to get back to some of these places. It would be really cool to at least travel during the winter. At some point, once I get a different RV or do a van conversion or something, that would be really cool. What are your RV goals? Well, I've already told you guys I would like to convert all the things and own a campground. As far as RV goals for the RV I have now, I'd like to be able to use it. Casino life is not really conducive to spending weekends at camp. So the last few years when I've been working at a casino, I haven't really been going out a whole lot. And then this year, I've literally been out 3 times, once to drop off some paperwork and 2 other times to coordinate a couple of things. Coordinate one thing. When I picked up meat from sailors. So, I'd just like to be able to spend some time out there, because I haven't really gotten to this year. They were really busy, because they were open and people weren't at work. So, hopefully next year things will be settled down a bit and I can get out some, even if it is just during the week when it's slower. How long do you plan on living the full-time RV life? Well, once I get there, as long as I can. And as long as I'm happy doing it. That's one of those things. The approved thesis topic I had when I was working on my master's was space and happiness. And my hypothesis was that there was like a happy medium. So I don't think I'll be in anything super small for extended periods of time, like a van conversion or a tiny house. But like my camper right now is kind of perfect, and that's what got me started thinking about that lifestyle. So, I could see living in something like that once the kids are out of the house for quite some time. Obviously it would need to be, 4-season, because it is not right now. Is your RV large enough? Yes. So the way my RV is set up now, it's the kitchen, living room, a hallway with a bathroom on one side and the closet on the other, and then the bedroom. And that was sort of the perfect size for me. I love the kitchen. I even canned in the kitchen one year. And that worked out really well. It was efficient and a good layout. Everything was within reach, and I didn't have to walk really far with anything heavy or hot. So it worked out really well. I gotta quit saying but anywho, the bathroom I would probably redo and not do with the same layout. So that would probably change and shrink it just a bit. I also don't need quite that much closet space. And yes, I said that about an RV closet. It's actually probably 6 feet long. because it's the same length as the bathroom. So it's actually more closet space than I need, and the drawers got pulled out of it a long time ago. So anyway, yes, probably a smidge too big, depending on how you redo it. I don't know, maybe I would need more space if I was in it full time, and I had to downsize this house to it. I don't know. What hobbies do you have? YouTube has been big this year. I've spent a lot of time on YouTube, both in lives and making videos here lately. I've been doing that more. Still decluttering, not nearly as much as I probably should be. And I did take an embroidery class this spring before everything completely shut down. And that has been fun. I think that was this spring. It may have been when everything started opening back up. Anywho, so that's been fun. I've been using that to do some mending and stuff and make clothes a little more unique. Any changes or updates on your RV? Yes. The owners before me, he redid the floor and flooring. And I'm not, I know he replaced the water heater as well, but I'm not sure if like they really, they may have changed something with the like dinette space, because it is not a typical dinette. There's only one side and a table that's not attached. So he may have done something there too. I'm not really sure. And then the owners before them, a limb or a tree had fallen, and so they redid the roof to fix that issue. Do you have any challenges due to weather? Yes. It's not a 4-season RV. And there is also a crack in at least one tank, so I haven't actually run water to it for several years, probably 3 or 4. I think that actually gets back to the year we had those polar vortexes. And, well, it's a 1979 Bonanza, so the plastic is very old. And then, I guess he actually the previous owner redid the vast majority of the plumbing as an experiment, for his future projects. And we did have one small leak in the bathroom that we found the spring after that. So I would say that may have influenced that when those vortexes came through too. So anyway, challenges with the weather. Even when I was camping regularly out there, I was not going past about the low 30-degree mark. Once it got down there, it was too hard to keep enough heat and blankets and stuff to keep both the cats and myself comfortable. And then, of course, I'm in a park, and they do shut the water off around mid-October. So there's that. I do have a composting toilet in the bathroom, though. So it's not that I couldn't. It's just, I don't know, maybe I need to try Van Life Rock's heated bed thing. Do you prefer RV parks or boondocking? I've never actually been boondocking. It sounds really cool. I like the idea of it. I am not mobile with my current RV, so it has been in the same lot since I bought it. It has moved a few feet. And so depending on what I wind up in with my conversions and stuff, I would love to do some boondocking. I've been really fascinated with all of the solar you guys talk about, so it would be interesting to see how that could work on an RV and how long I could stay out. How do you feel about the 10-year rule in some RV parks? I think it probably says something about the people that want to stay there and have that rule. I know at mine there are a few people that would like just the newest and best units to be there and kind of want to kick everybody else out. And quite frankly, I don't really like being around those people. And I think it's really sad that you need to be flaunting finances and honestly, I can't even really say that because I know some of them have loans on their RVs. So it's like, I'd rather be in an older RV and not have a loan payment on it than trying to impress everybody with how much money I spent on my RV that's less than 10 years old. How do you feel about the 14-day limit at National Forest camping? Again, it hasn't really affected me personally. I know it has affected a lot of the people I hang out with on YouTube. And I guess I would be interested in knowing why they started that rule. If they're trying to keep people from living somewhere, to some degree it makes sense. But I don't see why it couldn't be extended to 21 or 30 days. Because, and I guess I would prefer to see a setup where maybe it was somehow contingent on, are you keeping the place nice? Are you picking up after yourself? Are you picking up anything that someone else left laying around? Those kinds of things I think should, if you're not going to take care of a place, you shouldn't be able to use it. At the same time, right now, it seems like we're having a lot of people that aren't taking care of places, but that's causing everybody to not be able to stay. And I don't agree with that either. So I don't know. I don't see a problem with 21 or 30 days. But pick up after yourself. So for this challenge, I needed to challenge 3 people. And for those 3 people, I am going to challenge Howling Wheels Adventures, Weekend RVing, and VanTastic Travels. So if you haven't met these guys, definitely go check out their channels. Their links are down below, as well as Roy and Becky's Travels. If you haven't met them, they go live at 1 Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's like 10 or 11 Arizona time. So go check these guys out and make sure you ring that bell so you can see when they post their challenge answers. Talk to you guys later. Bye.